这妖灵之地曾是一处仙界洞府所在，若是成功进入，其中仙宝，你我一人一半。王道友若担心安危，可服下这血魂丹。
你有吸血之能，完全可以靠法宝独自通过。他为何要执意要我东西？妖道有所算计。
In episode 114 of Renegade Immortal, we pick up right after Wang Lin's stunning rise to power, having just been appointed as the Demon General Commander. But even before he can settle into his new role, trouble brews in the camp. The Deputy Commander and a few others clearly aren't pleased with their new superior. The moment Wang Lin steps foot in the military camp, they make their hostility known, trying to intimidate him and test his authority. But Wang Lin isn't one to tolerate disrespect. With cold, ruthless precision, he unleashes his terrifying methods, instantly suppressing their arrogance and making it clear who truly commands the Demon General Army. Meanwhile, in another part of the ancient demon city, the ever-enigmatic Yao Xixue is quietly setting her own plans into motion. Each night, under the eerie glow of the demon moon, when its light turns an ominous shade of purple, she takes out a mysterious red compass and a blood-soul pill sealed with blue blood. Through an intricate and dangerous ritual, Yao Xixue channels the power of this pill, attempting to pierce through the barriers guarding the ancient Immortal Emperor's Cave. But this pursuit has come at a heavy cost. She's already failed 4 times, and each failure forced her to consume another blood-soul pill just to cling to life. After her latest setback, Yao Xixue finally admits that she can't do it alone. If she wants to reach the Immortal Emperor's Cave, she'll need help, and one name comes to her mind, Wang Lin. Among all the cultivators trapped in the demon spirit land, only 2 outsiders besides herself remain. One is a weak early soul transformation cultivator, barely worth mentioning. The other is Wang Lin, the man who once stood firm against a demon general's 10-crushing fist intent. His power and composure made him the perfect candidate. But Yao Xixue knows his personality well. Cold, detached, and nearly impossible to persuade without something of real value. Still, she decides to try. That night, as Wang Lin sits in quiet meditation, a telepathic message enters his mind. It's from Yao Xixue, inviting him to meet her at midnight atop Drum Mountain, 1,000 miles from the military camp. Wang Lin opens his eyes briefly, then closes them again without a word, resuming his cultivation as if nothing happened. Midnight comes and goes. Yao Xixue waits the entire night on Drum Mountain, but Wang Lin never shows. As dawn breaks, her patience runs out. Frost gathers in her eyes as her temper boils over. With a cold snort, she transforms into a streak of white light and flies straight to Wang Lin's military camp. She effortlessly slips through the camp's protective formation and lands before Wang Lin's pavilion. 13, ever loyal, instantly moves to block her path. But with a casual wave of her hand, Yao Xixue sends out a blood-red beam that freezes him in place. Demon soldiers and commanders nearby rush to surround her, but with another wave, she releases a surge of crimson light, enveloping the entire area within a 100-foot radius and blocking everyone outside. Her voice rings cold and commanding. She's here on private business with Commander Wang. Just as she prepares to storm into the pavilion, a soft breeze blows out from within. Instantly, the blood-red aura around Yao Xixue wavers violently, and 13's body regains motion. A faint, calm voice echoes from inside, Wang Lin's voice. Through a secret transmission, he instructs 13 to stand down. 13 obeys immediately, returning silently to his post. Then, from within, Wang Lin speaks again, his tone neither warm nor cold, simply direct. If Yao Xixue has no valid reason for this intrusion, he won't show her any mercy. Yao Xixue bites back her anger and questions him sharply. Why didn't he come to their meeting? Wang Lin answers bluntly, I didn't want to go. The simple words leave her momentarily speechless. After a pause, she realizes she may have been too impulsive. Forcing herself to calm down, she apologizes and explains that she needs his help to break a powerful array restriction. But Wang Lin rejects her outright, saying he's occupied with important matters. Yao Xixue, however, is prepared. She changes tactics and tempts him with a deal. She knows he needs a vast amount of immortal jade to advance to the late soul transformation stage and eventually reach the ascendant realm. She offers to supply him with all the immortal jade he'll need for his cultivation journey, enough to fuel his progress for years to come. Wang Lin's heart stirs at the offer. Immortal jade is exactly what he lacks right now. With it, he could continue cultivating without any bottlenecks. But outwardly, he remains composed, asking for more details about the array she mentioned. Yao Xixue explains that once activated, the formation transforms into the Wheel of Law, a divine mechanism containing 18 seals and restrictions. Alone, she's managed to break through only 11 of them. With Wang Lin's help, she believes she could shatter them all. But what she doesn't reveal is the truth. This array is deadly. Once the process begins, there's no retreat. Success opens the path forward. Failure means death. Her previous 4 failures? They were literal deaths, survived only through the resurrection power of the blood-soul pill. Wang Lin suspects she's hiding something, but the temptation of unlimited immortal jade is hard to ignore. Still, he doesn't agree immediately. Calmly, he tells her he'll think about it and give her an answer in 4 months. Yao Xixue frowns. She's offered generous terms, kept her temper in check, and even humbled herself before him, yet Wang Lin continues to evade commitment. She knows she can't reveal her true motives. The Immortal Emperor's Cave is a forbidden secret that can't fall into the hands of the native demon clans. If she can't convince Wang Lin, she'll have to wait until she reaches the Ascendant stage herself, and that could take an eternity. After thinking it through, she realizes Wang Lin is her only real option. Convinced that his hesitation is just a bargaining tactic, she grows impatient and asks directly, "What do you want? More immortal jade? Magic weapons? Secret techniques?" Then she sweetens the offer again. Her father, the Blood Ancestor, has a vast treasury of immortal jade stored within his own cave. She hands Wang Lin a blood talisman token, explaining that once they leave the demon spirit land, he can use it to claim as much immortal jade as he desires. Even with all this, Wang Lin remains unmoved, saying that the unknown dangers involved still require him to think carefully. When she asks how long he intends to think, he replies, 3 months. That's the last straw. Furious, Yao Xixue snatches a small wax-sealed pill from her storage bag and slams it onto the table. Her voice turns icy as she declares, "This is my final offer. If you agree to accompany me in 3 days, this will be yours. If not, forget everything." Wang Lin's eyes narrow, drawn to the simple wax pill radiating a faint, strange energy. He asks what it is. With a proud, slightly mocking smile, Yao Xixue explains, "This is the Blood Soul Pill, a creation of her father, the Blood Ancestor. It's not meant to be consumed. Instead, it imprints itself onto one's soul and flesh, linking directly to their life essence. If the user faces mortal danger or even total destruction, the pill substitutes their death, granting them a single chance at rebirth." Hearing this, Wang Lin's expression finally changes. He takes the pill into his hand, and instantly, the runes covering its surface begin to pulse, matching the rhythm of his own heartbeat. A strange sensation of blood connection washes over him. After a long moment of silence, Wang Lin finally spoke. His voice was calm, steady, but his words carried a sharp edge. He told Yao Xixue that before anything else, she should pay up first, in immortal jade. Without hesitation, Yao Xixue tossed over a storage bag filled with glittering jade, her expression unreadable. The two set a meeting for 3 days later, at Gushan. As Yao Xixue turned to leave, Wang Lin's gaze lingered on her departing figure. Something about her quick agreement didn't sit right with him. For someone as cautious and manipulative as Yao Xixue, agreeing so easily could only mean one thing: there was another layer to her plan. Especially concerning that so-called blood soul pill, which was supposedly priceless beyond compare. Suspicious, Wang Lin took out his soul banner and summoned an ancient soul from Tianyun's star, the cunning Chao Ido. He immediately asked for information about the Blood Ancestor and this mysterious blood soul pill. Chao Ido's response confirmed Wang Lin's unease. The Blood Ancestor, he said, was a peerless powerhouse on Tianyun's star, and the blood soul pill was considered one of the top 3 treasures of that entire world. He explained, in detail, how to distinguish genuine pills from counterfeits. Wang Lin carefully examined the wax pill in his hand. On the surface, it was perfect. Every mark and rune matched the authentic description flawlessly. And yet, that very perfection made Wang Lin even more suspicious. Things too perfect in the cultivation world often hid deadly traps. It dawned on him that this so-called authenticity test was probably nothing more than bait, a method intentionally circulated by the Blood Ancestor to deceive and ensnare those who coveted the pill. The truth struck like lightning. The genuine method of identification could only be known to the Blood Ancestor himself, and his daughter, Yao Xixue. That meant the pill in Wang Lin's hand was almost certainly fake. A fatal trap. A cold glint flashed in Wang Lin's eyes. If Yao Xixue dared plot against him, then she had already signed her own death warrant. Having survived centuries of slaughter and deception in the cultivation world, Wang Lin's cunning was unmatched. He had seen every kind of scheme imaginable, and Yao Xixue's little trick was nothing new. He calmly picked up the storage bag she left behind and sent his divine sense inside. To his satisfaction, the amount of immortal jade within was enormous, enough to push him straight into the late soul transformation stage. Without hesitation, he began absorbing the immortal energy, refining it non-stop for the next 3 days. When the appointed time came, Wang Lin appeared at Gushan as promised. Yao Xixue stood waiting, her expression cool, but a faint trace of anxiety flickered in her eyes. That nervousness vanished the moment she saw him. She quickly began setting up a formation, her every movement practiced and deliberate. Then, with a flick of her wrist, she activated the blood-red compass, and the two of them stepped into the swirling crimson light, disappearing in an instant. After a brief flash of teleportation, they arrived in a strange and surreal realm. Around them stretched a miniature starry sky, vast and silent, with no sense of heaven or earth, only a winding path that floated across the void. They stood upon a massive 100-zhong platform, glowing faintly with the patterns of a teleportation array. Yao Xixue, clearly familiar with this place, told Wang Lin to sit and meditate. He needed to comprehend his realm and obtain something called a qualification mark before he could proceed along the floating road ahead, the path of the Venerable Beast. Curious, Wang Lin approached the edge and peered down. His eyes widened slightly. That path wasn't a road at all. It was the back of an unimaginably large creature. A colossal beast whose body stretched endlessly into the void. Even in the vast memories of the ancient god 2C, Wang Lin had never seen such a creature before. His curiosity deepened. Just what kind of existence was this so-called Venerable Beast, and what was its connection to the Immortal Emperor's Cave? As he observed, he cast a subtle glance back at Yao Xixue, who was sitting cross-legged, immersed in her comprehension. Quietly, he resolved to extract every secret about this place from her later. Soon, a mysterious power began to gather above the platform. It descended silently, wrapping around Yao Xixue like a veil. A golden light flared between her brows, and when she opened her eyes, a complex golden rune, formed from 3 strokes, shimmered within her pupils. A wave of powerful pressure surged out, forcing Wang Lin to take note. He quickly realized the source of that pressure wasn't Yao Xixue herself. It was the golden talisman she had awakened. Moments later, the same mysterious force enveloped Wang Lin. His consciousness sank into a strange, dreamlike state. In that instant, he grasped the opportunity and began condensing his own mark, the imprint of life. Amid the hazy whispers of the void, he heard 4 faint words echo in his mind. I am Qing Lin. When his eyes opened again, 6 golden talismans glowed faintly within his pupils, far more complex and powerful than Yao Xixue's. The oppressive feeling she had exuded earlier vanished entirely. Now, it was she who felt small beneath his gaze. Uneasy, she turned away and quickly urged him to move forward. The two continued along the path of the Venerable Beast until they reached a second platform. At its center stood a towering 3-zhong-tall stone statue, ancient and foreboding. Yao Xixue pointed to it. This was the first layer of the seal. Without hesitation, she leapt onto the platform, golden talismans flashing in her eyes. The stone statue trembled and came to life, but Yao Xixue unleashed a blood-red jade talisman, sealing it once again. Her control was precise, her power formidable, enough to subdue a being equivalent to an early soul transformation cultivator in moments. 7 days later, they arrived at the third platform, where another stone statue stood, nearly identical to the first, except for a faintly glowing third eye between its brows. Yao Xixue stopped and told Wang Lin it was his turn. Wang Lin immediately noticed the layers upon layers of restrictions binding the statue. Brute force wouldn't work here. He took out his restriction banner, unleashing countless restriction symbols that whirled through the air like a storm. As they collided with the statue's barriers, he finally perceived its essence. The statue itself was made entirely of restrictions. When the third eye opened and fired a blinding beam of golden light, Wang Lin's eyes flashed. He saw 2 runes hidden within and spat out a mouthful of essence blood, amplifying his own restrictions. Within 2 breaths, he shattered the statue's defenses completely. As the statue collapsed, a golden rune flew out. Wang Lin, recalling its shape, immediately drew the same rune in midair, then added a second stroke, perfectly replicating it. To his surprise, the flying rune suddenly changed direction, merging seamlessly with the one he drew. Realization struck. Without hesitation, he added a third stroke, completing the golden talisman. The moment the 3 strokes connected, brilliant light flooded the platform. A terrifying surge of power erupted. Yao Xixue's face changed dramatically. She hastily retreated, consuming a massive amount of blood jade just to suppress the violent energy. When the golden light finally faded, her expression was grim, and her eyes burned with restrained fury. She flew back toward Wang Lin, her killing intent barely concealed. Wang Lin, however, remained calm, his expression unreadable as he raised his immortal sword. He told her evenly that the rune's sudden outburst was unintentional. Yao Xixue gritted her teeth, swallowing her anger. She knew this was neither the place nor the time to turn against him. Inside, though, Wang Lin's thoughts were racing. The power of that rune, those 3 simple strokes, far surpassed anything he had imagined. If he could collect all 18 talismans sealed along this path, the power they would form together could be unimaginable. With Wang Lin's assistance, the 2 finally reached their goal, the entrance to the Immortal Emperor's Cave. But the moment they entered, a guardian spirit appeared before them, its presence ancient and terrifying. To proceed, they had to endure 3 sword strikes from this guardian, fail, and their lives would end here. Yao Xixue proposed they split the task. Wang Lin would take the first blow, and she would endure the remaining 2. As the first sword descended, Wang Lin met it head-on, releasing his demonic energy and every ounce of his strength. The impact was devastating. Blood sprayed from his mouth as his body was thrown violently backward, vanishing into the void. A faint smile of satisfaction curved Yao Xixue's lips. This was exactly what she had planned. She assumed Wang Lin was dead, or at least crippled beyond recovery, and no longer a threat. Drawing upon her blood-red jade talisman and the secret techniques passed down from her father, she endured the second and third sword strikes. Though badly wounded, she survived, barely, and passed the test. Gasping for breath, Yao Xixue felt triumph rising within her chest. She had done it. The treasures of the Immortal Emperor's Cave were finally hers to claim. Relieved, she lowered her guard, focusing on healing her wounds. But just as her tension began to fade, a familiar aura flickered behind her. Wang Lin, alive and unscathed, stepped out of the shadows. His expression was cold, his presence overwhelming. And in that chilling silence, Yao Xixue finally realized, the hunter had become the prey.